Was this kind of easier doing Bright Hard, or was it a little hard with all your Con Air, Expendables, and all that? Was this a easier version, or was it still hard?
It was still hard. I mean, it was different. That's the main thing. Is because I had the comedy, and I've got a big group of actresses in dresses and makeup, and so some of the time I'm waiting for the dresses to be cleaned, the makeup to be done, when normally I'm waiting for the blood to come and the explosions to come. It was a bit more of a wedding type of setting, so it's not my usual action sort of set pieces going on. It's like your worst wedding situation you can imagine, and so that was different for me. But basically it's still an action movie, but even the action's funny. So that was the difference, is I had to make sure I kept the comedy running through the action.
And everyone knows comedy is the hardest.
It is, definitely. I tell you, it is the hardest thing. And so we shoot, many alternates for every joke, because some people think one thing's funny and others. And you never know until you put it in front of an audience what is funny. So we shoot a lot of extra lines. And then, of course, with this cast, there's a lot of ad-libbing. So a lot of the lines, the funny lines in the movie, were made up by the actors on the set. And sometimes I just had to, wade in because they wouldn't stop, So a scene that's supposed to be a minute long, they're going on for 5 or 6 minutes, like cracking jokes. And I say, someone has got to have the end line, so please stop so I can move on to the next scene. But, it's fun to watch, and you're kind of cracking up on the set as well, because you've never heard those jokes before.
Right.
Yeah.
Last question. Were you worried about Rebel getting hurt at all? Because she did a lot, except for that one big stunt, she did a lot of stuff.
She does, yeah. I mean, she did all the training and learned the fight scenes, and those are, taken very seriously. But once she's out there on the set fighting, she is a wild thing. She has her own style of fighting, which I've never seen before in any of the action people I've worked with. It's like a Tasmanian devil, and it's funny, and that's the main thing, because it's sort of exciting and shocking, but also she's making you laugh. So she has a completely unique action style, I think.
Okay. And so do you. So thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.